The first thing we have to do is to understand Aristotle's definition of tragedy. A true tragedy should evoke pity and fear on the part of the audience. Pity and fear are the natural human responses to spectacles of pain and suffering, especially to the sort of pain and suffering that can strike anyone at any time. The effect is that we feel relief in the end through catharsis, and we are purged of these feelings. So after watching a tragedy, we are purified. Aristotle gave a definition of what a tragic hero should be. A tragic hero should come from nobility. In his character, he has to have a tragic flaw caused by a simple mistake, maybe pride, also called hubris. The hero undergoes a reversal of fortune, a twist of fate, a downfall from glory to misery, from high to low. The hero has a downfall, and after that he recognizes his mistakes in a sort of purification, catharsis, which finally brings to pity and fear. The features of traditional tragedy are the presence of a chorus. The chorus offers a variety of background and summary information to help the audience follow the performance. Without the introduction of a chorus, it would be very hard to understand what is going on stage. All traditional tragedies start with an opening speech to introduce the play. This speech is called a prologue. The prologue explains the context, the place, the time when the action is set, and it usually gives the meaning of what is gonna follow. The tragic hero, the protagonist, is the central character of the play. Any character who is instrumental to the protagonist's downfall is called an antagonist. The downfall of the tragic hero is caused by hamartia. Hamartia is not an act of violation of the laws of the gods, but a mistake or an excess committed by the hero. An example of hamartia is hubris. Hubris is excessive pride shown by the hero, which can lead to his downfall. The twist of fate, the sudden reversal of fortune, is called peripeteia. By the end of the tragedy, the hero understands his mistake, his flaw, and undergoes a process of catharsis. The dramatic irony occurs when the audience knows what is going to happen and the actor is still ignorant. A common trait associated with hamartia is hubris. Hubris is a form of exaggerated self-pride or self-confidence, which often results in fatal retribution and punishment. Hubris against the gods is generally regarded as a character flaw of the heroes in Greek tragedy. Hubris is the cause of their destruction. Greek theatre was brought to England through the Renaissance playwrights. Let's have a look at the Renaissance theatre, or the Renaissance playhouse. The first public theatre or playhouse in England was built in 1576 by James Burbage. It was referred to simply as the theatre, and it was located just outside of London. Later, in 1599, the most famous Renaissance theatre, named the Globe Theatre, was built. The University Wits is a group of late 16th century English playwrights who were educated at the universities of Oxford or Cambridge. The most important exponents of this group were, from Cambridge, Christopher Marlowe, Robert Greene and Thomas Nash; from Oxford, John Lilly, Thomas Lodge and George Peele. Christopher Marlowe is by far the most famous of the University Wits. He was just 2 months older than William Shakespeare. He was a true genius among the University Wits. In 1580, he went to Cambridge on a scholarship. But he was also a spy. While he was a student, he went to the continent, that is, to Europe, on a secret mission to establish contacts with French Protestants. Marlowe's literary activity lasted only for a few years. In fact, when he was 30, he was killed in a quarrel. Marlowe's most famous works are Tamerlane the Great, The Jew of Malta, Edward II, Dido, the Queen of Carthage, and Dr. Faustus. Dr. Faustus is a Renaissance tragedy, but it can easily be compared to a morality play. In fact, we can find some of the traditional features of morality plays, such as Good and Bad Angel, the 7 deadly sins, the presence of the devil, that is Mephistopheles, the vision of hell, and the use of allegory. Dr. Faustus undergoes some temptations. He loves power, fame, and pleasure. He started to study necromancy, that is, black magic. He suffered from hubris. In fact, he wanted to be like God. He wanted to gain the power to rule over nature and the world. The major theme of Dr. Faustus is the pride which goes before a fall, that is, hubris. Faustus' sin is not his practice of necromancy, that is, black magic, but his denial of God's power and majesty. Faustus' pride is the source and the cause of his damnation. All the other sins that he committed are only aspects of his sin of pride. Even his despair in the last scene of the play, that is, Faustus' last hour, is just another aspect of his pride, because it prevents him from asking for God's forgiveness. Faustus' despair denies God's mercy.